Corpsemate Show, we want you to support us. Welcome, guys, to the bunker.
What's up?
A little bit later, I want to tell everyone a little bit later we have a black metal from the UK. Then after that, a horror movie director from the US. But right now, let's celebrate Bad Blood in the bunker.
Bad Blood.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Man, I just got to hear the stories about how it happened for Summer Slaughter. And, of course, we got Hayden here, too, from Gas Monkey.
Yeah,
Always
glad
to have you.
But it's all about the bad blood over here. Let's not take the spotlight.
So as you guys know, on this show, we promoted for you, Hayden, the showcase on July 23rd.
Yeah.
And you guys, you're kind of telling me you went in there not really expecting it, and then all of a sudden you're on the bill with effing Summer Slaughter.
Exactly.
You guys went in and owned it.
Pretty much. We had no idea. Like, we're always in the right place at the right time. We never try to do anything. We just fill the gap.
We always play our hearts out.
We ended up winning.
That.
Okay, so how many songs did you play at this showcase?
It was a short set list. It was like,
really
what, 25 minutes?
Yeah, it was 20.
So we maybe
8 songs?
6-7 songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you just stand to the side and wait for the other bands to
Pretty
play?
much. We just stood to the side. We supported all our, because we had some friends that were playing that night too that were on way before us. Because we denied the show 3 times. 3 times before we jumped back on. And we're like, okay, we'll do it. And at the end of the night, he was like, yeah, y'all were the representative out of Come and Take It Productions.
Yeah.
He was like, y'all were my pick from the start after their first song. He's like, I just need a 3rd and 2nd place. So we're
No
like,
kidding, man.
what do you say to that?
Well,
So why did you deny it the first?
Because we're opening up for like Blaze Bailey of Ex Iron Maiden at the Rail Club, and he said for this show we need to do 30 pre-sales, and we're like, oh well, we can't do that because we're trying to promote. We're trying to space promoting.
Yeah.
Because after we got off of Mushroom Head, we had to do Doyle.
Right.
And it was very
You've
rough.
been doing all these great gigs.
Yeah, so we had to like push everything. We're like, we just
hard.
kind of want to relax for a little bit.
There's no relaxing in rock and roll.
The rest for the wicked.
But yeah, we ended up just taking it. Kevin Dunlap was like, can you please just do it, fill in the gap? And by the end of the night, we're all like,
What?
we won.
Wow. So you wait around, you support the other bands,
Yes.
and then they announce it on stage?
Yeah, we were the last announcement. They were like, the opening act for Summer Slaughter is Bad Blood. And we all just like stood there and was like,
As
What?
soon as he said bad.
Well,
you're
look,
just,
man.
whoa.
Yeah, but accept the fact that it says something about your readiness, your talent, your vocal, your guitar, everything, man.
I mean, we do
Extremely
a huddle
dedicated.
before we even start playing. So
Yeah.
behind the curtain, we're all like,
You have a
let's
black mass, and you light a candle.
That's right.
we're just like, let's just give it
Sacrifice a small goat.
200%.
Only a small one? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
Okay.
always.
But real quick, we got to give a shout out to who's missing. Izzy on drums.
Izzy on bass.
On bass. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Izzy.
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 You're gonna kill me for that later.
Izzy on bass.
Izzy on bass
and
and
Steven on drums.
Steven on
And
drums.
we have a new member.
Yes.
Since the last time.
Yes.
Tyler on
Great.
rhythm guitar, I guess. You
Well,
can say.
great.
Yes.
Was he at the showcase?
Yes.
And so,
was-
well, all right, good, man.
Yeah, he opened up
Yes,
for
sir.
Doyle with us after
like-
Mushroom Head.
So he joins, and then you're doing Doyle, and then you're doing Gas Monkey
His
live.
his
Yeah.
first show with us was
man.
the Doyle show, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
yeah,
the
it was
first
the Doyle
show.
show. It was his first show, yeah. That
So,
was
yeah,
pretty fun.
we got
Bad
all-
Blood from, should we say Dallas? From Dallas?
I would say Dallas.
Yes.
What were you going to say?
Don't say Richardson or something.
No,
like
I
that.
put Arlington
say?
on the
I thought
thing
you said
'cause you need
Arlington.
an address on Reverb Nation.
you're right.
So I have to put Arlington.
Yeah.
Or they'll
Yeah,
off
I mean
as-
Arlington doesn't sound as sexy as Dallas.
It
Like,
doesn't.
yeah,
That's why I always say
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's it right there.
It's got some.
yeah. There
That's
it is.
all
go.
me, baby.
Look at
And
you.
a well
Yeah.
of vocals.
So,
Update everything.
Is it badbloodofficial.com? What's the website?
It's the website is as easy as it can be. It's badbloodband.com.
Yeah. Okay.
It's simple.
And you can hear the music there. You can play music there. Look at you, man. So Bad Blood, Dallas, metal.
Yes.
And you've had the privilege to open up recently for Doyle, for Mushroom Head, and now
Cavalier
you're
Conspiracy,
Yes, of course.
Terry
Blaze Bailey,
Universal.
and then
Yeah.
more to go.
Yeah.
So-
All right. So Summer Slaughter, the most exciting date is what, in about a week?
Yeah, it's next Sunday,
Next Sunday.
Yeah, August 6th.
Yeah.
August 6th.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
Hayden, our Gas Monkey spokesman.
I think I am.
What time do
I don't know.
people
I
need
mean,
to
I
get there?
showed
What, 2 o'clock? Or,
Yeah,
or-
so doors are at 2 p.m. I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and we got like over 10
Yeah.
bands.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot.
you guys are the
Big,
last
yeah.
edition, so I think that's cranking it up to it's double-digit bands for next to nothing to see all
Pretty
these
amazing,
great bands.
right.
Yeah.
You know, which is just insane. Like we're so
Yeah.
happy to have Summer Slaughter back with us, and we're gonna blow it up, you know, and I think honestly, like you guys are a great addition to that. I'm really happy we got some locals on board for it.
Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
real quick, now we'll talk. The other local bands that are on there are
Begotten
Begotten.
and Suffer the Human Condition.
Right.
Yeah, which we could have a competition about who has the better name, to be honest, because I love both those names so much
Yeah.
for metal bands.
And
You know.
Bad Blood.
Yeah, well, and Bad Blood, but you know, like, did you guys get your name from the Taylor Swift
No.
song?
No.
Actually-
hey.
It was discussed Friday at the local
Yeah.
lounge. It's like I got the name. It was like months
Right.
before she put that song
Right
out.
before,
Months, maybe
right
a year,
before.
maybe
Yeah,
a
it
year.
was- yeah, yeah,
I got
yeah.
it from Ministry, Bad Blood from Ministry.
Speaking
Okay.
of ministry, they're
I'm
coming.
going to
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
saw that. I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
submitted
Yeah.
to open for them. but
Great
they're like, it's close.
segue.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
That's
No.
a great segue,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, indeed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
Death
that
Grip.
show is
Yeah.
going to be huge.
And Horror. I think Horror is going to be on there. They're a nice band you need to check out.
Yeah.
The
drummer-
WHORE.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
usually
Block it out.
put it out of HO9909.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right. Right.
it's Horror.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So, which leads us to the great schedule at Gas Monkey, Dallas, coming up. So, Summer Slaughter. Let's review. Dying fucking fetus.
Yep.
I-
Wrong one.
fucking-
You know, they are the kings of of death metal right now,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
They just came out recently with the new album.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they're direct support on that show. Like they're not
Yeah.
even, they're not the headliners.
They're
Like
just
which
playing
just
to
shows
have
you how, like
fun.
Black Dahlia
Yeah.
Murder is still just so
Yeah.
fucking huge.
I
like,
love those guys.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
that'll
awesome.
be this will be killer. And then we got Origin,
Yep.
who is fantastic. Always
Yep.
love seeing them.
Yeah.
What a technical band.
I'm actually interested to see Rings of Saturn.
Yeah, I was
have
just
not
gonna
seen
say
them.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
Rings of
So,
Saturn,
I'm interested to
Oceano
see
is
them.
gonna be another great one. Who else is on that bill? We got so many bands on that.
No, I'm
dude,
like,
yeah.
I looked
But
at it today.
honestly, dude, like we're most excited. Like we've had a lot of those bands through our place, and we're most excited just to have the locals on and get
Thank
some
you.
exposure for the locals. Like honestly,
Yeah.
that's what we're all about.
We're excited
you
to be
know?
on it.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Right,
Pretty
man. I
awesome.
mean, you should be. And you're going to make friends with all these. I mean,
Oh,
what
yeah.
what if Origin comes to you and says, "Hey, man, you ready to tour?"
I'll be like, give me details and we'll work it out, man. That's
Yeah,
how it was
yeah.
with Terra Universal. If you ever heard about them,
Of
It's
course.
Yeah.
we opened up a last minute show in Rail Club,
Yep.
and one of my favorite bands today, since then, is called Kill the President.
No,
Not the
yeah.
president, but the president.
Yeah.
And they're like a ministry based kind of band, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And I have not stopped listening to that first
Suits
album
and
or their
everything,
last
all that
album.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And they brought us on that tour bus, and they were just talking to us like
chilling
regular
with them.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like pretty cool to chill with like touring bands. So I'm hopefully we get to like at least shake someone's hand.
Oh, I'm sure you will be able to. You know, all those
So,
guys are cool. So,
yeah, it's
you
cool to
know.
meet humble like bigger bands.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
none that are like, oh, stay away from me.
Who are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
cool.
so let me ask you a question though about the Ministry Death Grip show. Do you not think that's like a weird pairing?
Death
I don't
Grip-
know how. Do you know Death Grips a lot?
I know
or?
Death Grip a little bit. They're more of like electronic hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was kind of weird that Horror was doing it,
Right.
but I get it because they're also sort of they have like hardcore punk sound.
Right.
There's some songs off of their United States of Horror, their
Right.
recent album, which is pretty good. But Ministry, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with their new album. other
Yeah,
than it be about
They've
Trump.
always been
So-
electronic friendly.
Well, yeah, but I guess the way I was kind of justifying it in my mind is that whoever likes Death Grips is definitely an experimental music
Yeah.
type of person.
Yeah.
So if Death Grips are their direct support to Ministry, it's a dual headliner, but
Yeah.
Ministry's closing. Is that like, whoever likes Death Grips is probably going to stick around for Ministry just because they like to
I'd hope
experiment
so.
with music.
Yeah.
Well, but you never know.
Yeah,
you know what
you
I
never
mean?
know.
Like, but I think that crowd for Death Grips likes to just experiment and learn new things
Yeah.
about music. And if you listen to Death Grips, you
Yeah.
can almost kind of hear that in
Yeah,
the
you're not going to
sound.
see like the regular hip hop group that go up to like a rap show or hip hop show. You're going to see a little
Yeah,
bit of
yeah, it's
industrial.
definitely going to be a
It's kind of
mix.
like back in the 90s, Sepultura
Yeah.
toured with Ministry. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
can you imagine that?
Yeah. Well,
Like Sepultura? Like thrash with
That'd be-
Ministry?
Yeah.
This is kind of the same thing, except history is just repeating itself with a different genre.
A lot of genres could tour with Ministry, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
I feel
sure,
like-
for
I feel
sure,
like-
yeah.
oh,
They
shit.
fit in
definitely.
everywhere.
Well, it was just when that confirm came through my email, I was like, what the fuck? Are they sure? Is this a typo? Like
Death
but yeah, no, I mean it's
Yeah.
the show's selling great, so whatever. Apparently I don't know shit.
I
but-
jumped on it immediately. I was like,
Yeah.
Friday buying tickets,
Do
no matter
it.
if I'm going or not. I
Yeah,
still got
yeah,
tickets.
yeah.
Do it.
That's right.
So I love Ministry.
So the schedule at Gas Monkey tomorrow night, I'm going to see The Alarm.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well,
Heck
I'll
yeah.
be there. All
Yeah,
right,
heck yeah,
sweet.
man.
Yeah, man.
Which venue are they in?
They're at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Okay.
And honestly, dude, I can't even tell you how, as a fan of music, like I wasn't even a big Alarm fan, but the fact that the last tour those guys did was in 2008, and they don't come to the U.S. very often, like at all. So the fact that we could get them at our venue, like, they're not the most well-known band, but the point is, like, as a fan of music, the fact that we could get them at our venue, like,
Yeah.
I'm just so happy about
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's pretty cool.
that's a band that
Yeah.
honestly, like, has a following and has had a following for decades.
Yeah.
And
What a band.
yeah, and honestly, the show is selling really well. Like, I'm really happy about it. Like, it's gonna be a decent sized crowd, which just honestly, like, gives me hope for music. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Like,
Most
this,
definitely.
yeah, this band that is, been touring for 20 plus years, almost 30, probably
Still
30 plus
killing,
years at this
wow.
point. Yeah, and they're still packing,
Right.
club level venues, which is great.
And they're
you
not
know?
doing any sort of nostalgia show.
Yeah.
They are constantly producing good stuff.
Right. They're not like selling out. They're just coming out and just playing some music. You know what I mean? Which is
That's all it's
awesome.
about.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you guys are aware, Mike Peters, their leader, had suffered cancer.
Yeah.
And he overcame it, and he started a charitable foundation called Love, Life, Hope, I think is what it's called. And then he got a whole bunch of cancer survivors, and they went to the top of Mount Everest. They hiked up there, and just to show the world, cancer survivors, it doesn't limit you.
Doesn't
And,
end
uh,
Yeah, you
there.
can still do stuff.
So
not
what a
end
guy,
there.
man! I mean, I'm just hoping that I can just shake his hand or whatever, but at least be out in the crowd and hooting and hollering.
For sure, man. I think we may have to have a beer while you're there. you
Great.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Just one. Just one.
All right,
Just one.
But,
PBR.
or tequila, whatever you're into.
all right. So who else? Now I know Marduk, right?
Marduk is coming August 23rd.
Marduk.
And again, another show that just kind of popped up. We had like maybe a month's notice or two months notice, maybe something like that. But yeah, August 23rd at Live, Gas Monkey Live. And honestly, like, dude, again, another show that like we're so happy to have. Like, we don't get a lot of that type of metal at our venue. Like, we get a lot of metal, like, don't get me wrong. But this, kind of pure black metal sound, which is, for me, is like Marduk, like, almost kind of embodies that.
Yes, they
You know.
personify. it.
Yeah, literally. Like, it's tough to say, like, yeah, they created the genre, but fuck, like, they definitely
Oh my
furthered it for sure. You know what I mean? And again, like, another show that is selling super well that, like, when we got it through, I was like, can these guys fill a venue of 3,000? And I don't know, like, but apparently somebody knows more shit than me, which is great because
Cool.
they're packing the place, which is awesome.
very
And
good.
we
Yes, it
love
is.
we love to see that kind of stuff, and those kind of venues or those kind of bands, sorry, are doing really well, and like we love being the venue that caters to those kind of bands. So
That is awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
That's why
it's-
we're excited to be
yeah,
there.
exactly,
Yeah, it's like-
exactly.
Great stage and venue. You will love it.
I cannot wait because so many of the inspirations to us have played there or
Yes.
have yet to
Yes.
play there. So it's just
Yes.
like it's a dream come
Now,
true.
Hayden reminds me, Slayer played that stage.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
You're going to be
Slayer
on
played that
I
stage.
cannot
a year
wait.
ago.
Yeah, Slayer played that stage, and
That's
we,
amazing.
you know, like we're fortunate to get a lot of underplays. You know, Slayer could pack the house, and that that place when Slayer played was packed.
I bet.
Like
I
we were
wanted to
probably
go
a little
Mosh
bit
pits
oversold.
everywhere.
but Yeah, you know.
Everything.
Oh,
Well,
man.
it was just like, I hope Fire Code doesn't come in right now, because we're
Shut
fucked.
this down.
Like,
Angel
yeah,
Death comes on, it's done.
exactly. Yeah. They play Raining Blood, and
Rain
the whole
of Blood,
place
of
goes
course.
fucking
Done.
nuts.
God.
Yeah, yeah. Which it honestly, like, I'm not a huge Slayer fan, but when they played Raining Blood, I was like, all right, I
Oh,
can die.
man.
Yeah. How
I
could
can
you
die.
not?
I
I'm
grew up
good.
with
I'm
Slayer,
good.
yeah,
You
that-
know?
oh, that's
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
good. Yeah, which
Very
was it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
And
Now,
they
Metal Alliance
Metal Alliance
is
tour,
September,
yeah.
I think.
September
Yes.
20th. That's with Overkill, Havoc, Crowbar.
Yep.
And actually, it's the same day that we have Epica and Lacuna Coil.
Really?
So we're trying to figure out some way that we can do like a combo ticket where, you know, Bar and Grill has the Metal Alliance tour and Live has Epica and Lacuna Coil, and we're trying to figure out some way that we can kind of combine them
together.
both. Yeah. You know, and create it into like a 2-stage
Yeah.
festival almost,
Yeah.
you know,
That'd be
which would be
cool.
sick.
That'd
But
be cool.
yeah, I haven't got. I'm trying to push that really hard, but I haven't got any word on that.
I'd love to
100%
open
yet.
up for Overkill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Freaking
Awesome.
Overkill.
Well,
so
and
awesome.
so Havoc and Crowbar both were on the tour for Suicidal Tendencies, which came in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember when that. It was. I think
Few months ago.
February. I think it was
Yeah.
February. Yeah,
It
it
was
was February. And dude, honestly, man, like face melted. Like they blew the
When
place
you
up.
see Suicidal Tendencies on stage, it is literally impossible to just not be blown over.
Oh, yeah.
What energy and
Yeah.
incredible loudness they just blast you with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're awesome.
we just saw Sick of It All at the Warp Tour. And
Right,
it's kind of like
right.
them. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
relentless.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel alive.
Well, and see, that's how I feel about Marduk too. Is that Marduk, like, they have this sound that just kind of
It's just
encircles you almost.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it makes you feel uncomfortable, but like in a good way. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
I
it
like
just
it.
like you listen to it and you're like, and you're like, okay, yeah.
Okay,
you
I think
just-
I can put it
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like in those cartoons, you know, when they smell something really good and the scent like gives them
Yeah,
a waft.
gives them that.
Yeah, like that's honestly like when I listened to Marduk, like that's how I felt for the first time. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just so like just dark and mean.
Right at the
like,
beginning to
yeah.
the end.
Let's be
Yeah.
clear.
Good.
Let's be clear. We at the Corpse Paint Show have sold our soul to the devil's music.
Yeah.
And
for
that
sure.
is not personified by anyone better than Marduk and Bad Blood.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
The devil's music, and that's what we're all about. But, you know, Marduk, they released an album called Panzer Division Marduk, and it's just, you know, the machine gun style approach. And it sounds like a tank
Yeah.
coming at you. And that's what's on the album cover, you know.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah, man. I mean, like we try and cross so many different genres with our types of shows that we book, and we definitely do that. But like just in the metal scene alone, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
There's
hit
a lot
or we
of
try and
different
hit
avenues.
so many different
Yeah.
genres, you know.
Yeah.
And,
There's
and
a
Summer
lot more.
Slaughter is a perfect
Yes.
example of that. Like
Yes.
that embodies kind of what we feel as a whole, and just like let's hit every genre in 10 bands in one fucking
Bam.
day.
Yeah.
You know,
So
like,
that's a
starting
perfect
with
show.
us.
Definitely
It's-
right?
Yes.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is again like, and another thing is we love supporting local music. Like
Mhm.
that's our fucking thing. Like we try and get
Yes.
local bands on every bill we can, every bill we
Appreciate
can.
it, man.
And so the fact that you guys are on it, it just it just makes it all the
Thank
better
you.
for us. You
Thank
know?
you.
Yeah,
that
man.
means a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
To us, especially.
yeah.
I mean, we're looking up to y'all.
Yeah.
People like,
Yeah.
venues like Gas Monkey, and we're just like,
Right.
man, we wish we could play it. And then we get a
Well,
chance. And
now
it's
you
like,
are.
2 years
we
later,
Now you are.
bam.
Yeah, yeah.
These
Yeah.
guys are wonderful on stage, and
Yeah.
you will see that.
completely
Yeah.
different on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like such nice guys right now. You know?
Just wait.
The Alice Cooper transition.
Yeah, it's like a
I love it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
man, it's fun.
That's great.
All right, so Gas Monkey, all these great. I'm trying to remember what else. I know there's others.
Well, we got KMFDM coming in October.
course. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's gonna be a
that's
good
awesome.
one.
They're pushing a new album too. Just
Yeah,
came out.
yeah, dude. That again, another show that's just killing it in sales. That's
great?
Yeah, it's gonna be at Live. I think it's October 14th. I could be wrong.
Perfect for Halloween time.
Well, yeah, and the Halloween show we have is Children of Bodom. So I don't know if you guys are into that
Children
or
of
not.
Bodom's awesome.
Yeah, we're trying
We
to.
are. We're into them.
Yeah, well,
I was-
I
yeah,
figured
we
Oh,
tried to
yes.
get on that too. We
Yeah.
emailed.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
please.
I think that was
That was my
that one was a
hero.
closed build. That
Yeah,
one was
it
a
was
closed
direct
build.
direct support.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
again, like any show we can get locals on, we're all about it. But sometimes we just don't have a say in it, you know.
Yeah.
And I think to have Children of Bodom on Halloween is just gonna
It's
be awesome.
amazing.
So
Amazing.
I'm
That's
stoked. I'm
badass.
stoked.
Good. And let's not forget on September 1st is Hell's a Poppin'.
That's right.
And they are being their opening act is Deadly Sins Burlesque. and
That's
Sunshine.
right.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah,
So-
they've got that tall Satan dude.
Yeah, the guy on
Yeah. What is
stilts.
who is that guy?
That
Who
guy.
is that
Yeah,
guy?
I don't
No
know.
one
Who is
knows.
he? I don't know.
It's like Batman. No
Yeah.
one knew me who I was before I put on the mask.
We're I can't even say we're super looking forward to that show, man. Yeah. I mean,
that's all circus sideshow acts.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
something
That's
I
gonna
don't.
be
As
fun.
far as I'm aware, as long as I've been at Gas Monkey, I don't think we've ever had anything close to that. Like, we had Suicide Girls do some burlesque stuff, but like y'all are gonna blow them out of the water, right? Like
It's a lot of sideshow and
yeah.
burlesque.
Well, that
Yes.
but that,
Oh,
even
wow.
then, that's my
Yeah.
point. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like
he
y'all
just
are
wants
gonna
the burlesque though. It's
Right.
It's about the
yeah. Well, you know.
It's neo burlesque. It's definitely modern burlesque. It's
Yeah.
not your father's burlesque.
Well, yeah, but that's exactly why we're excited. You know, the
Awesome.
Suicide Girls came in, and it was all right. You know, like, but
walk across the
yeah, well, you know, they did a whole dance thing, but whatever. Like, you know, I just from talking to you and Janie Slash about what you guys are thinking about doing, we're excited. We've talked about doing the aerial silk stuff and
wow.
and all that sort of thing.
Cool.
And honestly,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't think we've ever had anything like that.
Good.
I mean, and that's September 1st at Gas Monkey Live, and you know, as far as I'm aware, y'all are probably gonna blow Hell's a Poppin' out of the water.
Oh, no, come on.
Nah, I
they're a
mean, I'm
great-
just saying,
they're a
like,
They're a great sideshow troupe. They're touring the country right now.
yeah, well, okay, but like, just this
Okay.
is y'all's.
All right,
This is what I believe. You know.
You guys, now they feature Dan Sperry, a great illusionist magician. He's fantastic.
Cool.
And he toured with the Illusionist Tour. And then also with Hell's a Poppin' is Short E Dangerously. He was a guest on our show at our older studio. And he's the world's greatest half man.
Half man.
He is a half man.
That
He
is
has
that's what
half
they're
man.
selling on their posters. The half man.
Half
That
man.
is definitely
He has
something
hands
to be
where
seen.
his feet should be.
Oh, you're half
Oh,
the
is that
man you
is
are.
that is that true? Huh?
You're half a man.
Well, he walks on his hands.
Wow.
He's a half man.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man, that's pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
he's
I was
a-
like, how much did you see that? I want to see that.
know.
But
September
he's a
1st.
sideshow badass, you know, and he jumps on glass. He does all kinds of trickery, and
Right.
you know, and you just got to see him.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
He's probably
I'm
the nicest guy
super
ever.
excited.
I know.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
Really
okay.
humble, cool guy.
Because-
That's
yeah,
And
awesome.
he's a DJ. He knows music.
There you
Oh.
go.
Yeah.
All in one man.
Well, I just think like that show, man, like we never get stuff like that. You know, I mean, like we've
different.
had stuff similar, but to the point where it's just totally out of the water, you know, or
yeah.
out of the fresh area. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Fresh
But-
area.
Yeah, but just something that's new and exciting, you
Yeah.
know. And we when we got the confirm through, they were like, yeah, we need an opening band or an opening act for this. Don't book a band. Don't book anybody who does like the same shit we've had all the time. Book somebody new. Book a burlesque thing or book, you know, another thing that compares with sideshow. And we were like, you know what? We know these guys. Yeah, we know Deadly Sins. Like, let's do it up. Like, let's do this right. And that's, you know, I like to think that's what we did.
No pressure.
Yeah, don't suck. Just don't suck, okay? My job is on the line here. No, not really, but still. But
It'll be
I
a
know you guys are gonna rock it. So
It'll
I'm
be a
really
fun
excited.
night.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That's
for
September
that.
1st. But man, all this Gas Monkey is just, you know, and here's what I realized. You've won over a lot of Deep Ellum regulars. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Talmadge, Tony. I mean, that's what I see. A lot of Deep Ellum regulars who are like, you know what? At first, I wasn't real sure, but now they're making the trek often to see local bands and great touring bands.
Yeah, for a while I didn't know you were accepting local bands. I saw Cavalier Conspiracy last September before we opened up for them Trees, because I knew I can get the contacts for Trees, but I was like, man, I didn't. I saw locals open up for Cavalier Conspiracy at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. I
We're
was like, that could
okay.
be us.
I guess we can do
Like, I
that.
guess we
Yeah,
can do this.
let's try this.
So kind of opened the doors in my mind, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, they're open minded to that. So that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. God. Ooh, Gas Monkey.
Well, I just think like, going back to again, like we love having locals, man, so it's always
Keeping
just
this scene
about
alive,
just
man.
throw your name in. And when we started, we weren't the most conventional metal venue for sure. And
Yeah.
we're a little bit out of town, but like, fuck it. Like, whatever,
Yeah.
if you want to hear good music, like,
Come.
there.
Exactly.
You gotta
Exactly.
go.
Exactly. Well, it's just like, we still pack the place, regardless. So,
The Gojira show I went to there was packed from. All the
oh
way in the
yeah,
back.
dude, Gojira. Oh man.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
They
I
pack
was
the
right in the middle of
place.
that mosh pit and everything.
Speaking of Gojira, he's got a nice,
Yes.
sweet little product
Yeah.
placement
Nice.
on right there.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yes,
Yeah.
that do. Right
Yeah.
here.
And I was at that show. That was one of the first shows I worked there.
I fucked
Oh,
up my
wow.
foot really bad at that show.
Oh, dude, you were fucked up foot guy. I remember that.
Yeah,
No,
fucked
no,
up
practice
foot
for like
guy.
I had to help carry his
Yeah.
shit to
Yeah.
his car. So I was
Yeah.
like, damn it, Tony.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think you were on their merch from that point on. I think no.
I wish.
No, but yeah, that was one of the first shows I worked there, and I was like, this venue, this can
is shit.
stay.
This
Like
is
this
shit,
is a
man.
good, yeah,
Yeah.
right. This works. I'm okay with this.
The lights
you know?
and everything. When I saw Tesseract too before, it was
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
awesome. Oh, dude,
Tesseract.
Tesseract's another good. band,
Tesseracts
dude,
are
yeah.
great. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you just sit there and you just.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I was like,
Yeah.
this is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in the UK for a while, and Tesseract were kind of coming up at that point.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
I remember
awesome.
I remember seeing them at just tiny little venues, and
Doing
thinking,
a thing like they do now.
Yeah,
You
well,
just
yeah,
sit there
no,
and
just blowing it up.
matching that on a small.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what?
Honestly, they could headline their own tour in the States. I think at this
Easy.
point, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but when I saw them at Gojira, I was like, fuck, man,
It was
They've-
amazing.
Speaking
they've
of like,
Great opener.
happy they've
yeah.
taken that step up.
Oh yeah.
speaking
Yeah.
of like bigger band playing at like a smaller venue, Cannibal Corpse is
Yeah.
playing at Trees.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like that going.
It's going to be kind of packed
like,
in there.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
They've always had a kind of cult following, though. I
Yeah.
feel like they've had a good following for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I've emailed the
Yeah, we're
management
like-
and tried to get
Yeah, you got
I'm everywhere.
yeah.
That's what
I'm
you got to
always
do.
trying
It's
to-
guerrilla
Gotta-
marketing.
Gotta
yeah.
keep it going, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see that too. Just off subject off of that. I was like, damn.
yeah.
Especially
Trees.
trees.
They're
Like,
like
yeah,
in the
trees.
trees.
Like that surprised me as a venue.
That is.
You know,
I was
yeah.
stumbling.
thinking
It's
maybe
awesome.
They should be playing
Gas
with
Monkey,
us.
but-
Yeah, right. Fuck, man.
Open
get 'em.
arenas and shit.
You'll get 'em.
Ah, well, hopefully, yeah.
So
We'll
for
see.
Summer Slaughter, we were talking about American Satan, and this is a movie coming out in October. Not till October.
13th,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Friday 13th.
Friday
yeah.
13th.
Damn.
That's Frightmare. That's
Dude, do you think
everything.
they planned that?
I think they did.
Do you think so?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
we
it's
know
never
Terror
been-
Universal did it. Rancid did it. Or no, Transplants, not Rancid. Transplants. They're
Transplants, that's a great band.
that's
that's-
one of my favorite bands.
Damn, really?
Yes.
That surprises me.
Skinhead
I love,
Rob?
I love Skinhead Rob, dude.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, Tall Cans and
Tall
yeah,
Cans,
that's a great
Dancing
song,
Guns.
man.
Oh yeah, the
Damn,
whole
that's
album.
awesome.
You
I
never
love that. I
believe.
love
You
that.
never
It's
believe with
glad-
this guy.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised a little.
It's
bit.
not often you meet another fellow transplant.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
But yeah, American
Transplant
Satan,
TV.
October 13th. That's what I've noticed.
So the director's Ash Avildsen. I actually did reach out to him, and I hope he gets back to me. I'd love to have him Skype our show. And my understanding is that he helps coordinate the Summer Slaughter tour, or at least did in the past, and
Really?
maybe he's doing it this year too. But yeah, so it's cool that we have a tie-in with a devil movie
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Summer Slaughter tour.
Because metal and the devil never goes together,
It
as far as I'm
never-
aware. I've
never.
never
No.
experienced
That's the
that.
most ripped.
Yeah, right.
Torn
Category
apart
ever.
thing ever.
So yeah, read
Blasphemy.
this tagline here: rock and roll. What is it? What is it?
Rock and what is it?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll is
Where-
What's under
where
it?
God and the devil shake hands. Oh fuck, that's
Nice.
intense.
That's a great.
Y'all
yeah.
should rename your band to that.
When
before
God and the devil
somebody
shake
takes-
hands.
We're God and the devil.
or just no, the whole line.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
I
is
know.
that a prog band?
Yeah.
Another prog band.
some tech?
It's like
prog
Tesseract,
synth-
you know?
something.
Yeah.
It's intricate.
This,
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
this movie's got Michael McDowell in it. Like, I'm kind of
Yeah.
sold. Just and Samuel Talley. I don't know if
And
you're
yeah.
if you're a Game of Thrones fan, but
Yeah.
There you
it's
go.
got Samuel Tully.
Yeah,
So
the
look,
guy-
look. I'm hoping it'll be good. We got to wrap it up, guys. But I'm just hoping this will be good. I hope it's not some like Christian movie that has a secret message in it. We want it to be about Satan.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pentagram on the top of the poster.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I think we're
we're
safe
good.
from
I think we're
Christian.
good.
I
I
think
think
it's a
we're
good time.
safe from the demons of
There's
Christianity.
yes,
Yeah.
I think
You guys, thank you for coming in, man. Look, bad blood. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Summer
sir.
Slaughter
Thank you.
Tour. You
Yes.
start at what time?
We think 2:30. I can't email the tour manager
Okay.
until Wednesday.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Right.
So we
think
want
so.
people to just get there early is the point
Yes.
and see all the
Yes.
bands.
It's
but-
on a Sunday, so you have no excuse to not
Oh,
get
yeah.
there early.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah,
on
you should be
Sunday.
out there early. Like you got no excuse. So.
Yeah.
No.
And thank you for coming into our bunker and joining us here again. And we'd love to have
pleasure.
you guys back. And of
Thank
course,
you.
guys, Hayden, you got to stay in touch with us, man. Often come in and tell us what's up. We're going to lead out now with this great video from a black metal band from Britain. You were talking about British metal. They're called Formicarius, and the song is about rats and ripping your eyes out.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
You guys will love this. That's Formicarius. Yes, we love this band, British black metal. We here at the Corpse Paint Show have sold our soul to the devil's music. Hi, Janie Slash.
Hi.
It's good to have you right next to me.
Yeah.
Man, I know we got a lot to talk about. We're going to bring in the band right now, Formicarius from the UK. We're talking about UK black metal, their new release called Black Mass Ritual, and all kinds of good things with them. You like my fetish book?
Totally.
Yeah, I brought this. Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, man, it is great to talk to Formicarius again.
It's great to be with you.
Yeah,
again.
good to be with you too.
And you know, the big news is Black Mass Ritual. I just freaking love the title. And let's talk about that release and your big release party at Camden Underworld. Camden Underworld is just one of my favorite venues ever on the whole planet. But yeah, I heard it was a packed house.
Yeah, man, it was. I mean, I think for all of us being Londoners, the Camden Underworld has a certain amount of significance. I mean, we've all seen artists who mean very much to us there, and it is the place in Camden and Dev or London to play. I mean, last time I was there, not playing, I went to see Isan. And obviously, being in a black metal band and having ears, Isan is a pretty big thing for me. Yeah.
It really is the place to be. I mean, pretty thrilled to get the opportunity, pretty last minute, really, to play.
Yeah. I get the impression you're very proud of Black Mass Ritual. Tell our black metal, U.S. black metal fans what, kind of what to expect from that release.
Well, wow, it's been a long time coming, but we're often referred to as symphonic black metal, but it's never been something in which we've intentionally kind of gone out and said that. That's something which has been kind of given onto us. It's not something we necessarily have a problem with, but when we started doing Formicarius, the concept we had was English black metal, black metal with a very.
We will get them right back.
Yeah,
Miss
they'll
Janie
be
Slash.
right back in just a second.
And you know what? So we're going to talk a little about why British black metal is just so wild and crazy and powerful right now, and remind black metal fans that they don't always need to think Scandinavia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we want British black metal.
Yes, we do.
Hello.
Did something happen with the connection?
Yeah, it dropped off for a moment. I think it's because you guys are just radiating a lot of electricity.
But anyway, yeah, as we were saying, it's we're very much influenced by a lot of British bands and in particular English metal, and that's really the byproduct of what you're hearing. And but yeah, it has been a long time coming with this record, and it is black metal as made by the musicians who play in this band. For American listeners, I would say it's not typical black metal, but it's not meant to be. And that's what. And what's great is that I find that seems to be what people are liking about it. That seems to be where the positive response is coming from. That it's not typical. It's not the same Dark Throne demos that you hear every day.
Yeah, it's not Dark Throne. That is okay. It's metal. It's black metal for 2017 and beyond.
Absolutely. That hits the nail on the head completely.
Yeah.
We don't want to be relevant for now rather than going backwards.
That's right. That's right. I agree completely. And I'm sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying it doesn't mean kind of ignoring where we've come from, both in the music scene itself and, of course, paying tribute to those who've come before us, but it's our own spin on it entirely.
Good. We just...
Well, it's one thing that... Will, something we'll probably talk about later with you, but there is a very big UK black metal scene happening right now, and one thing that when you look at,
we'll bring him back.
We'll get him back.
Yeah, he's talking about UK black metal scene, which is powerful right now.
Yeah.
Do you like our GWAR poster up there, Janie?
It's a banner or a flag.
Yeah, our banner.
Yes, I do. I got
We'll be talking about them shortly.
We will.
Yeah. And just
We
for
had a great
Formicarius,
time there.
you know, and also the Gore comic book.
The
which
Score
I-
comic book that you purchased.
I like your little skeleton here.
Hey.
Hi, sorry
You-
about
you
that.
guys-
Welcome back.
You guys are just so powerful. It happens. That's okay.
But yeah, you know, as I was saying, with any scene that you have through, when you see German thrash metal, British heavy metal, American thrash metal, Scandinavian black metal, Floridian death metal, all these acts they're not just derivative of each other. There's all these kind of unique kind of styles that you're seeing, all these different approaches to genre. In our case, black metal. We have a very kind of diverse heritage.
Yeah.
None of us grew up listening to the same artists, and that's worked to our benefit. I feel we haven't all necessarily come from listening to only black metal, but we use it to make good black metal.
Yeah, it's a good springboard. And I love finding a talented, new, young black metal band. And I just think that's great. The scene needs it. You're representing British black metal. And it, you know, this is what you've said, but we just want to point out to our listeners and viewers that you don't always need to think Scandinavia if you want to check out some new great black metal. British black metal right now is a wonderful wave.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I think personally, the UK scene is one of the strongest scenes in the current time. Norway was really strong in all through the 90s and what have you. But I think black metal had a really big dip in the early 2000s, let's say. There's some,
Across Europe.
yeah, just
Yeah.
across everywhere. And right now, it's all happening here. It really does feel that way to us.
Yeah, there is a certain Scandinavian dominance, almost Nordic imperialism in the European scene, and I understand why. When you're in countries in which art is given so much support, that's going to be natural. However, that's not necessarily. I think what people have to accept now is that there is. I mean, personally, outside of the British scene, my favourite scene for black metal is the Greek scene. It's not just about Scandinavians anymore.
Right.
There is so much more to it than that, and especially if you look at English music, I mean, British extreme metal, black metal or otherwise, we have Carcass, we have Cradle of Filth,
Yes.
we have Venom, we have going back to new wave British metal, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. If you're just talking dark music, we have Depeche Mode, we have The Cure, we have Joy Division.
Yes.
We're a fucking gloomy country, and it's great because it makes for good music.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to a guest we had recently, Mick Box from Uriah Heep?
Wow.
Holy shit,
Really?
that's
Awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've always liked his style of guitar playing and waving the flag for Britain.
Yeah, you're a heap.
Hey,
Awesome.
so tell us. I think we were kind of chatting about this as well, and that is, hey, when you've got some time off, is it horror films that you go for, or is it just is it searching around Soho for something new, or maybe give us an idea of if you're not playing in your band, you're not working, what do you guys do?
Well,
We are into horror films.
we are certainly into
And horror games.
horror, all kind of things dark. I think one thing you see in a lot of Formicarius' music is there's certainly an influence of horror, of Gothic horror, and also of the darker side of history, particularly British history. For those of you with a keen eye, you might have noticed that the album art to Black Mass Ritual, if you look closely, you see Matthew Hopkins, Witchfinder General, in the art, burning a witch.
As modeled on the film and everything.
Yeah.
But also drawing from the lyrics, I must counter.
Absolutely.
The lyrics of Abhorrent Feast of Minds, which is one that I wrote the lyrics for, and that one's based on a story from the Formicarius book itself.
All right.
So the album cover kind of has this dual influence thing going on from the lyrics and the film.
For those of you who aren't aware, the Formicarius is a late medieval text, which is one of the first European treatises ever to discuss within it witchcraft and dealing with witchcraft. The other one, which is slightly more well known, is the Malleus Maleficarum,
Right.
of which are banned from reading from the Vatican official records, which, as someone subjected to a Catholic upbringing, I always find absolutely delightful. I have a friend actually who, in a moment of delusion, trained to be a priest. And went to confession after reading the Formicarius, and went to the priest. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I read a book from the Forbidden Libraries. Yeah. And a priest with no experience in dealing with this sort of thing just went, "Any good?"
Oh, no kidding. That's fine.
It's such a part of history which is shrouded in mystery.
Yes.
No one there's so, even now there's so much kind of emotions invested in it. How dare you say that? How dare you suggest that such a horrible thing happened?
And notably, very few surviving texts. The Formicarius is quite rare for that.
Yeah, and you're talking about the text from the 15th century. The book itself exists. It's in a library, I imagine, right, in Britain.
There are certain records remaining of it. Yeah, there are.
You can get it in PDF as well.
It's very bizarre for all.
There we go.
It wasn't forbidden libraries, but that's the 21st century.
Look, the problem with a lot of Americans when we look at history is we only do it over here from our own perspective. And so when we talk about witch trials, we only think of Salem, and that was a very small one compared to all of the European witch trials that happened in the 15th and 16th and 17th centuries, that where hundreds were burned alive. And this is something that we as human beings did. And I think that, this is the biggest tragedy on the planet. I really do. Or one of them, my opinion. But so I think your band does open our eyes. I hope that, fans do learn a little bit of history too. And that is that this was widespread across Europe as well.
Often the case with witch hunts is, as which borrows from a modern term, but which it was usually just strange, eccentric people that local communities wanted to get rid of, who were conveniently burnt for being witches.
Yes.
And is it not something we see in the modern era too? Honestly, if you're thinking, okay, it's not quite so modern anymore, but going back to American history and McCarthyism, then the Reds, the communist witch hunts, as they called them back then, it's they may not be real witches anymore, but eccentric people are ousted in society and hunted out in much the same way they were in the 15th century. Which is one way that I find our lyrical content to be quite contemporary.
Did you not say the same thing about alternative people in general?
Yes.
The Sophie Lancaster tragedy, for example.
100%.
I don't know if your American listeners would be familiar with that case in general.
It does not ring a bell. I'm sorry.
Okay. Who knows it?
Well, Sophie Lancaster was a girl. I believe she was 16, and she was murdered for being a goth. And it's something that it's been a very long discussed case, and in fact the legal definition of a hate crime in the United Kingdom was changed because of it in recent years. It very much is something that resonated with the United Kingdom alternative community. In fact, at Bloodstock Open Air, one of the biggest metal festivals in the country, there is a stage called the Sophie Lancaster stage, which is devoted to her as a foundation, the Sophie Foundation, about stamping out intolerance.
Yes.
Well, that is a very pertinent example on our own shores.
That's a good. I was just going to say it's a good illustration of something that brings it full circle to what we are living right now.
Absolutely.
Precisely.
History goes in cycles, and
it does.
You got to stamp out.
Yep. Guys, I wish we could just talk for hours about this subject and witchcraft and witch trials and witch hunts. And so can we have you back maybe soon and let's talk more about the new album. But we've been showing on the screen where Black Mass Ritual is available. We want to direct people to Bandcamp. We want to direct people to your Facebook page, and ask them to check it out. This is an album worth visiting, guys, if you're into black metal. And all hails to British black metal right now.
That means a lot, and you know, it's great having, especially, it's a strange time to be a band. It's a strange time to
Yes,
try
it
to
is.
get your music out to people when there are so many thousands of equally deserving artists out there. To have guys like you on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean,
Yeah.
telling people to go out and listen to Formicarius, it means immeasurably a lot from us.
Well, you're very welcome, man. You guys deserve it. Formicarius and the new release, Black Mass Ritual. Find this band, people. Guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for staying up late for us, and
thank
look
you.
forward to having you again.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you very
Back
much.
anytime you'd like us.
Yes, very good, very good. All cheers and hails to you guys. See you soon.
See you soon, dude.
See you, man.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye now. Man, I love talking to them.
Yeah.
good British
it's
metal.
Very.
All right,
Yeah.
so Friday we were at the wonderful Warp Tour,
Yes, at Starplex.
and we got the big GWAR,
The Gwar banner. Flag.
and that's got Scum Dogs of the Universe. It shows some of their older characters, but
Yeah, I mean, it still has odorous on it.
man, we saw them on stage, and they were spraying blood and spraying
So much blood and blue.
and blue liquid, and
They turned us blue.
so we have some. We're gonna try and scroll through some cool photos of GWAR and the other bands from Warp Tour. So of course we saw and love Municipal Waste,
Yeah, they were amazing. They have
and
a new album out.
yes,
which we
indeed.
covered last week.
So this is GWAR backstage. Or being interviewed. I think it's like a Japanese television show or something like that. Here's them on stage going crazy with the blood spray, and it just
They
comes
kept
right at you,
spraying
man.
the security guards. It was hilarious.
Look at those
'cause
security guards
You could
wearing
tell
the
like
plastic.
half of them had never been to a Gwar show, like the ones without the little like ponchos.
I like that
Kept
one
spraying
too.
That guy in the back of the head, that bald guy, right in the back of the head.
Oh,
He was
gotcha.
like, "What the hell?"
So you see a cell phone up here on the far left of that screen. Well, it seemed to me like they were trying to target anyone that was attempting to
I
film them.
I
don't
think
know.
So I think they were just spraying.
All right, and then Ailstorm. That's Ailstorm. What a great Scottish pirate band.
They,
and
they
if
sound
you
like
want a
the
fun
Sam Adams
time,
theme song.
if you
while
want a fun
singing
time,
metal.
you have got to see Ailstorm. God,
They just
what
make you
great
want to have a
band.
beer.
So and then we saw a lot of bands, and another one from Texas was, this is Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
Yeah, they were great. I
Weren't they
enjoyed them
great?
a
We
lot.
we had a great picture with them back or in their tent as well.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I like them a
Really good
lot.
Music.
And there's of course my show with the whole band. I love Bad Cop, Bad Cop. Great punk energy
They've
for
got some really neat merch too. I got a hair bow from them.
yeah. Who's that in the middle? It's
Glory.
Janie Slash wearing her Municipal Waste bikini.
Yes, that's my municipal waste
love it.
bikini.
Yeah, and that's Barbed Wire Dolls. I took that picture right out in front of the stage. Great band. I like them a lot, and it was cool to see CKY. They were
CKY
strong
was great. Yeah.
with a
I
great
enjoyed
crowd
them.
up front. Of course, Hatebreed.
was great. Hatebreed's
Always a
great.
great show with Hatebreed.
I love Hatebreed.
And that's Shattered Sun, a Texas band. They're from a town called Alice, if I have it right, Alice, Texas. And they were on stage, Full Sail stage.
Was
Sick of It All.
Sick of It All is always great. I always love Sick of It All.
There is nothing better than Sick of It All on
Sick of It All's
stage.
fantastic.
Maybe there is, but not much. And
There's
they
so much
are,
energy and craziness
and
borderline violence. Valiant Thor was fun too.
remember that guy?
Yeah, I
And
know he was great. He
The
was great.
temperature outside is
But you knew
105.
he was serious.
He's wearing
He
a long
took-
sleeve shirt.
He took his shirt off.
Okay.
Okay, he got like 2 songs in, that shirt was gone, and you were like, "That man is hairy." But that's
Valiant
okay.
Thor,
I think
we
that's
like
the point
him.
of it. They were great. All the
Janie
Warp
Slash.
bands were great. Bowling for Soup. You disappeared during Bowling for Soup.
I did. I don't think I got a picture of them.
You didn't, and they're the greatest band ever, as they said.
Did they?
They said that
Okay.
several times. But their line, okay,
Wow.
their line went forever. They were like, "We'll be over at our tent signing
autograph
autographs,"
line, yeah.
and 3 hours later, they were still there signing autographs.
That was
And
so
they're from
fun.
Denton.
Look,
They're local.
that's right. They are local. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they're more
they're-
pop. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm
They're-
glad.
No, they're punk.
they're
pop
pop,
punk.
yeah.
They're not pop.
Okay. So who else was there?
pop
Municipal
punkish,
Waste and
fun.
Municipal Waste, of
Whatever.
course, has a new release. It is called
Slime and Punishment.
Yeah, and they play.
Bowling for Soup is a staple at Warped Tour every year.
Are they?
Yeah, don't hate on Bowling for Soup.
All right.
They're more famous than you are.
You're right.
Slime and Punishment, yes, it's a great album.
Slime and
I
Punishment.
ran into a problem where I was getting Municipal Waste and Iron Reagan confused. I was really hoping for Iron Reagan songs. Even though I love Municipal Waste, it's just been forever since I've seen them. Because I've seen Iron Reagan a lot in the past few years. I've seen several Municipal Waste shows, but it's been a few years because they went and did separate projects.
You know me. I cannot wait for the new
I
issue.
know, we were
to
there,
come
and
out.
it's not even out yet. We
Well,
looked
not
last
in
night.
America.
It's not here yet.
Yeah,
Guys,
the
keep looking.
Zero Tolerance.
Not here yet.
God, you know,
He tried.
I like Zero Tolerance, and I wait and wait and wait for the new issue. I get very excited when I know it'll
And
be
it's
out
still
soon.
not
but
here.
We like this magazine a lot because they
Maybe
always
you
have free
should
CD.
subscribe.
Okay.
But then you'll be like, hey, did you check the mail? Did you check the mail? Did you check the mail? I'll be like, you check the mail.
No, it's
You
fine.
check the mail.
Totally fine. Hey, so what do you got there? You've got Carnival and
It was
skeleton?
my birthday on Thursday.
Happy birthday, Janie Slash.
Thank you. And my friend Fauna from Aldehyde, because everybody's name's got me this lovely mermaid
What is it?
skeleton.
Oh.
It's a mermaid skeleton.
Gotcha,
Fiji
okay.
mermaid.
The Fiji Mermaid. I like it.
Because by the way, Halloween is right around the corner, and I have this lovely carnival sign. Because I am a carnival performer, but it's Halloween season almost, and at home, if you have an at home near you, formerly known as Garden Ridge, has their Halloween stuff out already. So go get your stuff. And I heard some Michaels have their shit out too. So
at home
start
was
stocking up
formerly
now
called
before
Garden
everyone else figures it out and all the good shit's gone.
You're right. So yeah, go Halloween shopping now.
I'm ready for those Halloween stores to open up because that's where I spend all my money.
Can we go back to Guar because this is their
Everybody
new
needs an
comic book,
automated Ouija board.
Orgasmageddon.
I don't think it's new. I don't think that's new. That's just issue 1.
I like it.
It's mature. Parental
It is?
advisory, explicit comics. Because who wouldn't think that Guar wouldn't be mature? They're just ripping people's heads off and spraying their blood everywhere. It looked like a massacre had occurred on the floor. Did you look at the floor? So much. So much blood.
All I remember is
So
getting
much
getting
blood.
sprayed.
I heard something like
right-
90 gallons from one of the guys backstage. I overheard talking about 90 gallons.
We love Guar. We love all those pictures from Warped Tour. All of them. We love them all. Warped Tour was a ton of fun.
Not the pictures. We love the Warp Tour. He was the one taking pictures. I was enjoying the festival while he took all the pictures.
Speaking of that, okay, so let's talk for a minute, Janie Slash, because we got a couple minutes here before we bring on our movie director Scott, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's say you're going festing,
Yeah.
and it's in Texas in the middle of the summer,
Because
and
unfortunately,
it's
that's where
blazing hot.
Well, I guess it's not unfortunate. I like living here, but
And it's blazing hot. And so, what are some tips for going to an all day long festival in the Texas heat?
hydrate weeks before. Drink lots and lots of water. Don't drink beer at the festival, and if you do, make sure to drink at least 1 or 2 glasses between each beer.
1 or 2 glasses of
Lots
water.
and lots of sunscreen. I saw lots of crazy people not wearing sunscreen, and they were crispy when they left.
Yeah,
I ran into a girl in the bathroom as I was reapplying my sunblock because see, it's still pasty white for the most part. I like to think I'm pasty.
So,
But she was like, man, I should have put some of that on. And she was bright red.
yeah. So
Super red.
you wore a swimsuit top,
So much
and
regret.
I wore, very unusual for me, a white shirt.
Which
but it was-
ended up being blue and red from Guar.
But it was Cemetery Lust, cool baby.
Yes, it
Anyways,
was. It did have something being crucified on it. So
Yeah.
it was not like your typical white t-shirt.
So, but I mean, for a hot outdoor festival, I don't know. I just thought
No,
that a
water.
white.
Bring a fan, a portable fan with one of those spray fans with the water bottles attached. Just anything you can do to keep cool. Umbrellas. I had an umbrella. I walked
A
around.
sun umbrella.
Yeah, no, I had a regular fucking umbrella.
Yeah.
I used it to block the sun, and it worked. And I didn't get sunburnt, and I stayed a lot cooler.
Okay, and so in the morning you eat a big breakfast.
Yeah, and if they have any icy pops, like popsicles, fruit flavored things, like the icy fruit, what was it? They had one
Yeah.
of those. Get those, eat those. You need coolness. The free Slurpees sometimes they have, or even like just a freaking cone of ice. That'll save your ass.
Do you retreat to the shade and sit down for a little
Yeah,
while? and-
there's nothing wrong with sitting down, and you don't have to be in the front, and you don't have to live in the mosh pit. I know
Yeah.
you think you're some type of badass, and it's awesome, and it's cool to do it, and you should do it because it's fucking awesome.
Well, yeah.
But just don't overdo it.
Yeah,
Try
if
to
you're
listen
in-
to your body and stay self-aware and conscious of what's going on.
If you're in the
around
mosh
you.
pit for a while in an outdoor summer Texas festival, then
Take a break.
then take a break after the mosh
you don't
pit.
have to mosh in every band. Just
You don't have to mosh everybody.
pick the ones you want to mosh in. Like Like if I were to get in the mosh pit, which I didn't, but he did, Municipal Waste would have been my choice.
Okay, so can
That
I
is a
mention
very
also
serious.
who
Oh, and the Hate
surpri-
Breed mosh pit, which they have great advertising because they have the shirts for every city that says "I survived the Hate Breed mosh pit" in Dallas, Texas,
Yeah.
with the date on it. I was like, I didn't get in the mosh pit. I don't deserve to wear that shirt, but I love it.
Yeah. Now, also, let me tell you who surprised me at Warped Tour. I think it was probably War on Women,
War on Women was good.
Valiant Thor,
Valiant Thor surprised you. We've seen them before. They're amazing.
Shattered Sun, and
I didn't see
Creeper.
Shattered Sun.
Can I give a shout out to the Creeper? We got a poster back here behind
We
me.
totally stole that. I'm just kidding. We didn't.
Yeah,
ask
we did.
permission.
We stole the
we
poster
didn't steal
from
it.
Warped Tour, but Creeper, a good British band too, and they kind of touch on all genres too. Just like Formicarius, they're creative. They touch on various, kind of various influences. And I liked them a lot.
What I enjoyed at Warped Tour this year was all the satanic presence. There's so much Satanism going on at
Yeah.
Warped.
Well, okay. So we did hear Tony from Municipal Waste say that they
He
worship
worships
Satan.
just
We-
like
we
Power
did-
Trip. But we saw lots of satanic shirts
Satanic
and
shirt.
a lot of satanic vendors.
And then we saw a
I also
vendor.
always appreciate that they put the Maltesers people right next to the PETA tent that was trying to get you to not eat milk, as I'm eating Maltesers with milk chocolate. I don't know if there's really milk in them, but I still felt I didn't feel
I
guilty.
think your point is there's lots of varied vendors at Warped Tour.
I support, vegans and vegetarians and what they're doing, but I really like milk.
And then occasionally they have like some Christian metal band. I don't know.
You know what? They
I'd
got to
rather-
balance it out.
Yeah, I guess
they
you're
got to
right.
balance out. We didn't watch them. We left. We were
Yeah.
tired. They were like last.
Look,
we
you know,
watched
look.
War and then we left.
I understand, please, that us black metalists, I think sometimes we scare people. We scare people over to that side, but sometimes, we bring people from that side also. So it probably balances
I
out.
don't really focus on it. I just want everybody to like what they like and have a good time liking it.
You're right. You're right. Well, I love the satanic band.
Go for it. I like Bowling for Soup.
This is the Satanic
I do
Temple
like satanic bands too. I like all
flag,
the
which
things.
we support. Yeah, they're part of our cool.
We love the
intro.
Satanic Temple. Yes. we
Hey,
support
you know who
them.
made our intro?
Who?
Little Spark Films. Made that cool intro.
What intro?
I'm sorry, the outro we're using today.
Oh, I was saying we
I'm
another
calling it an intro. It's actually a
we
little
have an
promo piece.
outro that was made by our friends at Little Spark Films. They are not Satanists. I just
But
wanna clarify, 'cause
they,
you totally linked that in.
No, they made on our Facebook is a cool little promo, little short promo video that they made, which is badass.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love them. They do
I think-
fantastic work. If you need them, check them out on Facebook. Little Spark Films. They can do your editing and they can video and they shoot photography.
Should we try and get
Great.
Scott?
Yeah,
and
let's try to get
connect with
Scott.
Yeah, Scott Schirmer
Yeah, Scott Schirmer, director and producer.
of Found.
Plank. I don't know if
Harvest Lake
Harvest Lake, Plank
Face.
Space from Outer Space.
and the movie title with space in it twice.
Space from Outer Space. He produced. He did not direct.
Trying to get Scott to join us.
I guess I should put these headphone thingies on.
Hello.
Hello, is this Scott?
It is.
Hi, Scott. Welcome to the Corpse Paint Show. I am Janie Slash, and I'm here with Satan.
Hello, Scott.
Satan, you sound so nice.
I know, right? I always hear he has the nicest voice. They're like, he needs to deepen.
Oh,
Sound
Scott.
cooler.
We can see you, man. Thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Janie Slash. All right, you go for it, man.
Oh, I'm going
Weekly
for
dose
it.
of horror with
Weekly
Janie
dose of
Slash.
horror with Janie Slash. Yes. So, first off, I just want to tell you that I am a huge fan of your work. I really, I saw Found a few years ago, and it's a great movie. I've watched a lot of your later work, more recent work. Like we watched Plank Face, and it's in Harvest Lake, and they're completely different. Like, do you just kind of try to keep a wider variety, or is there a reason why there was such a big departure from Found?
Well, I mean, what wouldn't be a big departure from Found?
It's true.
I'm hearing feedback on myself.
Okay.
You don't hear it, do you?
No, we don't
don't.
hear it. You
Okay,
have-
cool.
Okay.
But yeah, after I did Found, I was like, what do you do after this? How do you follow this up? I was very worried for about a year or two on how to follow that one up because, first of all, Found is like a Rorschach test, too. There's a whole lot of people who see it and like it for very different reasons. So it was a very hard movie to follow up. I'm not sure that I could have done anything like it after it because I'm not even sure what it was. It's kind of weird. Oh, and that was Cushing. You probably just heard him.
Oh, okay.
oh!
That's what that was. You were trying
That
to
was-
figure it out.
The bird's name
Yeah,
is
he-
Cushing.
What kind of bird is that?
He's a conure. He's screeching because he hears me talking, and usually it's quiet down here.
Aw, he's adorable.
So quit talking, Tweety.
Does he hang out on your shoulder a lot? Or is he ever?
Oh
down?
yeah, oh
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I have rats. That's where they sit, so it's fine. What is that? It's a bird. Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, here in a few minutes, we do want to show that little short trailer for Babes.
Yeah,
Hot
Space
Babes
Babes, Space Babes from Outer
Babes
Space.
from outer space.
I very am curious about that. I have not seen it. Is it available yet?
Yes, it's available at banditmotionpictures.com.
Okay, great. Is there any way you can view it on demand, or is it just
Not
available?
yet. We're negotiating with someone to help get it out on demand streaming. So that hasn't happened yet, but the Blu-ray's available.
Okay, awesome. We'll have to check it out. I'm definitely interested because the synopsis of it and everything sounds very up our alley. We love those kinds of movies.
It's silly. It's very up all night. USA up all night, 1990s kind of stuff.
Great.
Can I mention something, Janie?
Yeah,
Slash?
absolutely.
I wanted to tell Scott that I enjoyed the hell out of Orgy in the Woods, or Harvest
He
Lake,
called it Orgy in the
as it should be, as the real title is. But that creature at the end got everybody, and I just think it's a really cool ending. It's a really cool movie, and it just really surprised me in a lot of areas. And I happen to love nudity, so there you go. So there you go.
Nudity is insurance. So if the movie's really boring and you throw in a couple of hot naked people, at least there's that, right? That's
Yeah.
how I feel anyway.
Well, and you had Tristan Risk. She is really, really hot and gorgeous. So,
Yeah.
She was very cool to work with too.
Yeah. She's a great actress, and she's a sideshow performer, right? If I remember
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
She's many things. Talk about someone who's sucking the marrow out of life. If there's something out there that needs to be done, Tristan Risk is on her way to do it. So
Awesome.
she's pretty cool.
She's pretty rad.
That's what Janie Slash does.
And so, do you have any other projects coming up in the works after Space Babes? Like, are you directing anything new?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get The Bad Man off the ground. We tried to do a Kickstarter for it a couple years ago that failed, and so it kind of got shelved. And right now I'm trying to independently raise the financing for that one.
What
because
is that about?
it is a very dark, depressing, and harrowing movie about a young couple who are kidnapped in their own home by a sad, deranged, suicidal clown and his henchmen, who break the two young couple and are trying to turn them into sex objects that they're going to sell into human slavery at an auction where a bunch of wealthy, deviant people are coming to basically buy people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Neat.
so it's kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
So it's an escape movie. It's a very harrowing kind of great escape movie, but with a lot of nasty sex stuff going on.
Gotcha. All right.
And then we're also trying to get Arthur Culliford's next movie off the ground. It's called Smut the Movie. And it takes place in a porn store where there's a break in reality, and there are creatures coming into our world, and some of those creatures need to,
Yeah.
be satiated in different ways.
Right. They need some release.
They need some release, and so they get it. So the house is filling up with weird creatures now already that Arthur's creating for that one. And we're already having weekly special effects meetings on that one. And if all goes well, hopefully we can shoot these two projects, both back to back this October and November is what I'm really hoping, so that we can then spend the winter putting them together and putting them out next spring.
Awesome. That's good. How do you go about your funding? You said you tried to crowdfund and that did not work out.
It's a challenge more so than ever before to completely finance any movie through crowdfunding before the movie started production. What a lot of filmmakers have moved toward is doing a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or some other platform once the movie's already made, to sell the movie via pre-order. That works a lot better because the people that are contributing know the film's already shot. They can see a trailer for it at that point, and they know that they're going to get something for their money, as opposed to all of these campaigns that so many people have taken advantage of, where they run a campaign, they get the money, but maybe it's not enough to make the movie, or maybe it is, But either way, years go by and the backers still don't have a movie. So I'm really trying to do that now. And hopefully I don't ever have to do one of those campaigns where you try to raise the money all before you make the movie. But if I do, knock on wood. But people just seem to appreciate the pre-order campaign a lot better nowadays.
Yeah, I could see that definitely. And there was a while. There's been several movies, like independent movies, that they start shooting and never get finished.
I know, it's a
that
shame.
happens
It's a
quite
real
frequently,
shame.
And they get shelved.
And the backers just get so jaded they don't want to support any more films or filmmakers. But we have a pretty good reputation at this point because we've had different kinds of campaigns for the last 3 or 4 movies now, and we've delivered on all of them. So fortunately, our supporters are still pretty helpful in trying to get everything made. But we try and do that. We also try and do eBay auctions to sell props and replicas and things like that. And then there's also independent financing. Over the years, we've just managed to find a few people who are willing to donate $500 or $1,000, somewhere in between, to a set. And our budgets are only around $8,000, so it doesn't take that many people to get the entire budget put together.
Totally understandable. Do you prefer practical effects or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to go, I think. And I've noticed that in a lot of your movies. That's what I figured, but I just was curious. Do you have a thing for clowns? Because I know you produced another movie that was a clown movie also.
That's not a good movie.
I didn't see it, but I have seen it on shelves. But I was just curious
don't
about
watch
that. Okay, I will. I have not.
Yeah,
watched
that
it.
was
I've
the
watched
first
more,
time.
I've only watched mainly things you've directed. I've not watched things that you've really produced, except for the movies that, of course, were self-produced.
That was the Legend of Wasco is what it was called, and it was the first time a company contacted us and said, we have a spot in Redbox. It was already sold. A movie needed to be made right then and there because it was already sold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no script, there's no movie, but it's already sold in Redbox. And we're like, well, we're cheap and we're fast. Can we get a script written in 1 week? Can we shoot it in a month? Can we edit it in a month and deliver it basically 3 months, less than 3 months from right now?
Wow.
And so under those circumstances, it's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
But nobody knows the circumstances under which it was. So it's the fact that it was written so quickly is really what did it in. But I will stand by the performances in the movie. I think the cast did the absolute best they could.
Yeah, see, I love clown movies, but I have not checked that one out. But I have seen it in Redbox. That's where I have seen it.
Cool.
It's usually checked out.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, so it's getting people are watching it.
Did I tell you I like it when Ellie Church comes on?
Oh yeah, we did.
Beginning of the movie.
We love the fact that in the beginning of Blank Face, you have that lovely intro with Ellie Church talking about how grateful you guys are for people supporting independent film, and you don't see enough of that. You know, you need to really let people know, hey, you need to watch our movies, get this stuff out there, so that you can be more aware of it.
Well, yeah, that's also really a message for pirates and people who torrent movies. That's really for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was an experiment on our part to see if it would help to keep Plank Face from getting torrented and pirated so much. And it's the only movie we've done it for, and so far it is the least pirated and least torrented movie.
Cool.
So I think perhaps it helped, but it's hard to know for sure.
I wouldn't mind if you had to do that on your movie, on future movies.
No, I think it was brilliant. I definitely commend you for that.
I felt a connection.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Go for it, Janie.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. No, I just wanted to add also that, and I told Janie Slash this. I love the camera flow, and I think it was both Plank Face and Harvest Lake. Just some smooth flow right through those difficult
They're
woods.
all really well
And I
made.
was thinking, I'm watching the movie. I kind of
shot.
think, how did he make that? How did he flow that so well? You're following behind a character. Maybe it's a close up on the girl's ass or something, which I also like. But the camera is just flowing through the woods, very smooth.
Yeah, that was because Brian was the director of photography, and we were able to put the camera on a gimbal that kind of kept it gyroscopically balanced.
That's you kind of carry it on your shoulder. It hooks on your body, right?
Not this particular one. This one's a handheld one. Our camera is so small that we don't need to have a big giant, like a Steadicam type rig. That's for bigger stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it is a little challenging. You have to do it, 5 or 10 times before you get one that's smooth enough. And then you also have to do a little bit of digital stabilizing in post-production to further really make it work. But yeah, it's always nice when you can move the camera. It is hard. It really is. Because whenever you move the camera, your focus changes too. So it's a very challenging thing.
Well, hats off to that camera guy, and appreciate it. Hey, we really appreciate you being on our show,
thank you.
Scott Schirmer, and there's so much that you've got out right now. I encourage people to look for Harvest Lake or Plank Face or Found.
And Space Babes from Outer Space.
Yeah.
That's the latest.
And thank you for sharing Cushing with us as well. I heard about Cushing from a fan of ours named Grace, and she said, "Ask Scott about Cushing."
Yeah.
So
he's my baby.
Yeah,
He's
right,
adorable.
Oh, see,
Aw.
Scott, we appreciate you so much,
thank
man.
you.
It's Bandit Motion Pictures. Do I have that right?
That's right.
Which is a great website as well, and
Yeah.
they come right out and say we make low budget films, but we're passionate about it, and that that level of honesty and and independentness we support.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. It's been
Thank
good to
you.
be on.
Thanks, Scott. We're going to transition out with the trailer from
Yeah.
Space Babes.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now. Man, I love having a director like that.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, Space Babes from Outer Space also stars Ellie Church.
Yeah, she's
And
amazing.
You got to watch this whole thing
She's
because it's the
great.
final line is the funniest on this little preview.
Billions of light years away, a soft, pink, round, supple spaceship was quietly floating through the cosmos when suddenly...
Computer! It's another scrote. Well, that really puts a wrinkle in our plans. Gloss up, babe. It's time to play ball.
And play ball they did. They, of course, being the Space Babes from Outer Space. The Scroats were right on their tail.
Hope they enjoy the view.
And who could blame them?
Hold on to your Hooters, babes. Things might get a little silly.
So, Hooters were held, and silliness was achieved. Forced to land on the alien planet of Earth, these three babes know a thing or two about heavenly bodies. But it took an Earth boy named Charlie
My name's Charlie.
to teach them about love.
Love. Most people down here don't even understand it.
But the babes are fast learners and got what it takes.
You too. You're hired.
No matter how hard or long.
Or short.
The journey, sexual energy is what these babes need
And we all got wieners.
Wieners.
to refuel their ship and get back home.
To the ship club!
We are here for your boners. Your dicks, your cocks, your rods. Now, Charlie, please, take us to your wieners.
Okay. Welcome back.
We want to
That
do,
movie looks great.
We want to do your little intro
Yeah.
cool thing.
We're going to move on to
Weekly dose of
the
horror.
Weekly Dose of Horror with Janie Slash. Okay, for this week's Weekly Dose of Horror with Janie Slash, we're going to be doing What's in Janie's Box.
What's in the box?
You just, yeah. He doesn't get it. It's a thing from Seven. You're not doing it right.
Okay.
So anyway, this week, last week we did Glamour Gold Box. This week we have a Creeper Crate. And so Creeper Crate is a subscription box. They ship out the 15th of every month. And it's a monthly box, and each month has a different theme. And this month's theme was the slasher box. So, of course, they have slashers. And so we'll start with the first item in my box is a Leatherface magnet from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, of course, you know, is one of my favorite horror movies. because I'm from Texas, and it's that movie. Everybody, like, when you talk about Texas, it's the thing everybody talks about. So, of course, Leatherface is one of my favorites. I do not know who made the magnet. It was not listed in the box. So, but it's a pretty awesome magnet. So maybe if you Google Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre magnet, you can find it. Next up, I have this Michael Myers patch. Halloween was my first horror movie. So I'm a huge slasher fan. So this box had so many awesome, amazing, nostalgic memento things for me. So I got super excited opening it. But yeah, Michael Myers.
Got to have a Michael Myers in a Creeper Crate.
You know,
slasher
I think the
box.
original title was like The Babysitter Killings or something like that.
What's that?
Something like that,
Cool.
yeah. So
Love
John
it.
Carpenter. Yeah.
All
It's
right.
amazing. So next up is of course, they're in a bag. Unfortunately, they got a little melted because they are wax melts for your candle warmers. But they're Leatherface shaped, and of course you can see in the picture, and not Leatherface, sorry, Jason, their hockey mask shape for Friday the 13th. And it doesn't have a smell. They're soy wax melts by Terror Tarts. The scent is Campfire Killer, and it smells kind of chocolatey, so maybe they're kind of s'mores scented.
Yeah, cool.
What do you think they
Campfire
smell?
Killer.
Maybe vanilla-y.
Yeah, a little.
But they're
vanilla-y.
really cute, so you can put them in your little warmer and watch them melt into a bloody puddle because there's red inside of them.
That seems like it's unique to Creeper Crate. Am I
I
right?
love Creeper Crate.
Yeah, cool.
They've got a bunch of really neat things, and they support, small businesses. So all these items, most of these items you can get on Etsy.
Good.
So, yeah. And next up is this Bathory from the Bathory shop. It's bubble bath in the scent of Nancy. And we were trying to figure out what this smelled like earlier. We kind of came up with this harvesty, Halloween, pumpkin-y, spicy scent.
Smells like autumn,
Yeah, autumn. That's Halloween time.
but it's called Nancy.
But it's called Nancy, which Nancy, I'm assuming, is from Halloween.
There you go.
So I like the Bathory shop. You can find them on Etsy. They've got a bunch of cool unique bath products like bath bombs, bubble bath. And it's all based off of bad women from history.
Yeah.
So it's called the Bathory shop. They have a unique little story about it. Because, like Elizabeth Bathory, and they thought, how neat is it she bathed in blood? And the word bath is in her name, so they call it the Bathory shop.
Bath. Yeah, they sell bath products.
Yes.
For the bathtub.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, and then last up, and this is not the deluxe box. There is a deluxe box option. So this is just the regular box. We'll have the deluxe box next month. There's this awesome company called Brutalities, and it's tea. And this is Night Pear on Elm Street.
Night Pear?
Night Pear. I'm not a huge Freddy fan, but I am excited about trying
But you like
this.
tea.
I do like Freddy. He's just not my favorite. But I love tea, and I love pears.
Brutalities.
Brutalities. Check out brutalities.com. They have all these fucking amazing teas with cool ass names.
Yeah.
And they're based off of, there's black metal names, there's horror movies. They're amazing. But this
Yeah.
is white tea, toasted rice, caramel, natural pear flavor, apple, buckwheat, toffee bits, vanilla, sea salt, and citric acid.
So for the horror fan, if you want a mystery box coming here,
If you would like to get a mystery box, you can order them at www.creepercrate.com.
What do you got right there?
Their little thing they put in there. The next up box is the Coven box. Unfortunately, it is already closed. You can't order the Coven box. But the next month's box is the House of Devil's Rejects, which is a Rob Zombie themed box, and that will close on August 15th, and that ships out in September. If you go to their Facebook page, which is Creeper Crate, just search Creeper Crate, or their website, creepercrate.com, you will be able to find all their upcoming themes, and you can even pre-order them, but they won't ship until the month they're supposed to come out. And there is a special edition box for Halloween.
Creeper Crate.
Nightmare box.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. And
horrific goods for women who love horror.
Yeah.
Because women need things too,
So this is Creeper Crate is women themed.
It's women
stuff.
themed, but if you're a man into bath products and soy, wax.
Yeah. Totally cool. What is anything
Soy
else on that
melts.
card over there? Or
Sweet.
that's just their logo?
Upgrade to the deluxe box today, only $10 more.
Yeah, very cool.
I think they're all going to deluxe though. So
is there anything more exciting than getting a box delivered to your front
it's
door?
a bloody box,
and
it's covered in blood
and
splatters.
you don't know what's in it, but
I love surprises. What can I say?
yeah,
I love
that it's
mysteries.
horror related. That it's horror related,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I'm
Got it.
excited. It's nothing like taking, a bubble bath and a battery and, a patch and a little magnet.
Yeah, totally cool.
It's
Creeper
fun.
Crate.
It's a fun little treat for us, girls that love things a little more spooky, a little more creepy every month.
We want our viewers and listeners to please subscribe to us on YouTube.
Find us on YouTube.
YouTube, and give us a like on Facebook. But on YouTube, we do appreciate it, and we want you to subscribe. Here's what we support: we support Sinister Metal, we support independent horror filmmakers like Scott Schirmer. And he's got a lot of stuff out right now that you can find easily.
Bandit Motion Pictures.
Yeah, now we played Harvest Lake from Amazon, but I know you can find it other places.
Well, you can also check out Plank Face right now on Amazon. It's streaming if you have Prime.
All right, so can we just talk about Plank Face for a second? This killer has a wood.
I enjoyed Plank Face.
So he looks like a tree. He looks like a tree almost. He's got a malformed face with part of a branch growing out of his head.
He has a normal face. He's wearing a mask.
Oh, it's a mask. I thought it was like he tried to get it off, but he couldn't.
Well, he probably couldn't later.
Because he became...
But he was normal. Then he becomes Plank Face, and that's different.
I think the message is
different.
that nature makes
you... He did not start out as Plank Face. Watch the movie. You're giving so many damn spoilers.
Okay.
Just watch it. It's really good. You'll like it. There's sex, and there's violence.
Yeah, and there's a lot of gore.
Blood, and there's gore.
And there's slashing.
And there's good acting.
Yeah.
And it's well made, and it's good. Just watch it.
And a bad guy gets it right in the sphincter.
Shush.
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
No.
That happens in a lot of movies.
And
You're
a
the worst,
big
man.
shout out
You're not
to
gonna be
how
able to
much
watch
fun
movies
did we
anymore.
have at Warped Tour. I love that. But you know what? Gas Monkey Live was back here in this studio, and we appreciate
I think
Hayden
we're
a
going
lot.
there tomorrow night.
Yeah, to see Alarm.
Yeah.
The Alarm.
The Alarm.
The Alarm. Gas
I won't
Monkey.
be there probably.
Thank you,
You'll be
Hayden,
there.
for being here. And of course,
Thank
big
you.
shout out to our guest from earlier, and that is Bad Blood.
Yes.
Dallas
Congratulations to them. That is a huge, huge thing. That's amazing.
The American Satan sponsored Summer Slaughter Tour. Now opening band. One of the opening bands is Bad Blood. But Formicarius, I love British black metal.
Yes.
Big shout out to them, and congrats for their release called
I really
Black
enjoyed
Mass
the history lesson. I
Ritual.
love history.
Yeah, they
Especially,
Their name is based on an old book about the history of witch trials in Europe.
I love it. It was
There
totally
weren't really trials,
What's
they
more
were just
black metal
witch
than
killings.
that? I mean, yeah.
Hey, do you want to talk about this for a minute? Because it looks so weird when I put this.
Put that down.
This is a cool gift from your friend.
Yes.
That you got a day before your birthday.
The day before my birthday, I went and drank shark cocktails dressed like a shark and watched Shark Week.
I do feel like a
Discovery
Viking
Channel,
when I
and my
hold
friend
this.
walks in and handed me that. Okay, you know what? You're shining it right in my eyes.
Oh, sorry.
The other end is pointy and sharp. You might want to be careful what you do around me with it. That was not a threat.
No, no. We can always be viewed live every Sunday at podcitypodcastnet.com. This
At the
big
same time.
Yeah, right.
6.
We're live every Sunday.
Yes, 6 to
Please
8:30.
Please support us
Or
because
7:30. That clock.
we want to bring you.
There's
we
a
wanna bring you-
clock that's an hour ahead. That's why I said 8:30. It's 6 to 7:30. Unless you're in Eastern time, that's 7 to 8:30.
Okay, Janie Slash, quick question. Most fun you've had over the last 4 or 5 days. What was a highlight moment?
It's been a blur.
I thought you were going to say Gwar on stage.
It's been a blur.
A blur. Okay.
I'm pretty, it's been a blur. It's been a good weekend. Too many good things. I can't figure it out.
Guess what we're going to end on? And I hate to say goodbye, but we will be
It's
back
time
next
to
week.
say goodbye, but we will be here next week. So never fear. We'll see you here with more awesome guests and more
Remember
awesome
we
things.
mentioned
And
Little
maybe
Spark Film?
something else in my box.
You got to see this because they made it. What's in Janie's box?
Yeah, the Corpse Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Janie Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas start my weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs the whole time.
Sure, I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stop and go,
Wag their finger at me for reading Satan.
The Corpse Paint Show rules!